Welcome to Insides Matter, a YouTube monthly space where I speak out of 29 years of being a psychologist and out of loving people and art and poemy words to the heart and home of you. Today's focus, all about relationships and also all about this really fun news, which is about this new book that is now available for pre-order called The Relationship Book. And the subtitle is A Soulful, Transformational, and Artistic Inventory of Your Connective Life. And I am so happy to have this in my hand. And I do want to acknowledge this is what's called the proof of the book. So I don't have all of the books yet. They are still being printed and on their way. And so this book still has most of what the book's about in it. And so it gives me the physical copy to go over and make sure everything is just so. And so I thought, well, a fun thing to do today would be to give you a sampler. So I took out some old angel cards. And when I say angel cards, they're just little sweet cards. Maybe some of you have seen these before with just one word and a cute little picture of an angel on it. And I've used those as little bookmarks and marked 5 pages in this book, which was hard to pick because there's 240 pages in this book. A lot of page spreads to choose from that I thought I would share and read with you, like having a little book pre-order book party together so that I could show you the 5 page spreads and read them to you. So in this book, big picture is 9 chapters, and they go over in a reflective way our relationships with ourselves, with animals, with food, with clothing, with humans. 3 of the chapters are about relationship with humans, with community, with divinity, and each page spread has an anonymous client quote from my psychology practice that moved me in some way about relationships, coupled with my written reflection and my colorful illustrations. And then the end of each chapter has space for the reader of sort of meditative questions from the chapter to really think about in more depth about where you're at in sort of nurturing these parts of you inside. And so I just thought we could get going. And the first page spread that I put an angel card in to read to you is from the chapter Relationship with Myself. And this one is called A Cast of Characters. And see, here's the illustration of the purple guy. And the anonymous client quote here is, "I've named the nervous part of myself the purple guy, and am working on hearing him and being good to him." My reflection. I open my cape, and a cast of characters flocks forward, each Emmy awarded and deep heart applauded. There is the purple guy who is always nervous, Gladys, who always feels that she must put on a glad face, and Candy, who invariably asks for more candy. There are many others with hands waving excitedly in the air, waiting for their day to be chosen, named, and brought into the fold. These are the parts of me who I laugh with and lounge with, cry with and hold, rest with and wrestle with, reconcile with and release, and do it all over again. Seeing them outside of me gives me a new way to introduce myself to myself. I then seem to show up with better manners, treating myself with more care. At the close of the day, I tuck them in and whisper sweet dreams and tell them I'll see them again in the morning. And then the second reading from Relationship with Food chapter. Here is the drawing. I've called Permission Granted. The client quote, "I just want to stay in bed and read bad novels and eat raspberry cream chocolates." My reflection, I grant myself permission to delight in all I need in order to replenish. Mystery and romance stories gift me with adventure and sweep me off my feet. They transport me to faraway lands from the comfort of my bed. Treats exist in tandem, as do fluffy pillows, deeper breaths, and a restful moon outside my window. A day like this equips me to face the world again, feel more energized, and blaze forward with more brave steps. Such pleasures are not really guilty ones at all, but instead inspired and faithful. The next reading is from the chapter Relationship with Clothing, and this one is called Selecting What Suits Me. And here is the illustration. The client quote, "My clothing has things to say like, I care how I put my life together, and I am here." And my reflection, I lay out what I will wear tomorrow with care on my bed. My soft retro dress that slips on like silky flower petals, sunshine polka dot leggings, bubblegum boots, and prized heart pendant and bangles. Since I love and delight in each piece, I don't need to worry about colors or patterns matching. It is my merry love for each morsel that makes for the matching. This process is as important as selecting all else that suits me, like kind friends, good food, meaningful vocation. Expressing who I am lives in the center of my selections. This is my fashion, my style, my glam, my runway. The fourth reading is from the chapter Relationship with Animals, and here is the illustration. Client quote, "If I can find beauty in my dog's moosey face, then maybe it's possible to detect the beauty in me." Beauty, my reflection. My dog has a moosey face. His muzzle is long enough to reach and rally my heart. His tall ears can hear the height of everything that's important, and his droopy bottom lip catches all that drops. His distinct markings on thick, fluffy fur make him mine, and his milk chocolate eyes melt. I see his beauty. I have a human-y face. A tall vertical line has formed in my skin between my eyes, showing people my years of squinting from sunlight and sensitivity to nearly everything. I have another line, this one wide and horizontal between my nose and mouth, appearing when I smile like a double rainbow of smiles. My once blonde and curly pigtailed hair now manifests herself in black and white reels like old movies. Secret shrubbery can be sometimes seen inside my green eyes, harboring soft-hearted creatures like sheep and robust ones like elephants. My chin is punctuated with a mole that says, there, she is done. I too see my beauty when I allow my wild eyes to open. And the last page spread to share for this moment is from the chapter, one of the chapters, Relationship with Humans. And here's the illustration. And this illustration is partially also on the cover of the book. Client quote: "When I feel anxiety and conflict with my spouse or anyone, my answer is to love myself." My reflection through and through. I stand here with all my heart in all my swirls and hues, promising through thick and thin to love me through and through. When I face the tension arising in me and you, I'll take that time to love myself and make my promise true. When I feel the tear between my inner views, I'll extend my love to both my halves and let that be my glue. My love will be the gift, my eternal avenue, to move ahead with a heart more whole and more equipped to love you too. And so this is the sampler from the book. And I wore today a necklace that's full of babushka figures, because I thought, okay, this is about relationships, right? All of our relationships, our relationship with ourselves, with others, with the world in all the varied ways, and how much we are relational creatures. And so in deep honor of you and me, I celebrate these pages together. I celebrate our relationships, even in this moment as you are listening. And I acknowledge the deep and wide and vast amount of work our relationships are, and how much our hearts are worth all of the work. All right, and so this is available for pre-order, and it's available at rachellaz.etsy.com. And when you pre-order, you also get when you pre-order more than one book, you get 2 free art prints that are inspired from the book as well. And I'm just really excited about it. And thank you for listening here today. I would love to hear your comments, any reflections on relationships, or your thoughts on any of this in the comments below here. And you can find me here on this YouTube channel airing next on Thursday, November 3rd. And at that time, I will speak about self-care around the holidays. And you can always find me at rachellaz.com. And thank you for being here, and be well.